Welcome, kind listeners, to Under the Banyan Tree.
The live show where ancient epics meet modern minds.
I am Leo, a yogini from the West.
And I am Mayank, a rationalist from the East.
And together we journey through the Mahabharata from the retelling of Ramesh Menon, epic of war, faith, and everything in between.
Everything in between.
So today we are looking at 3 chapters. Chapter 48, The Spinning Fish. Chapter 49, Share the Alms You've Brought. And Chapter 50, The Unusual Wedding. And we are willing to read these chapters through the lenses of trust. With this in mind, Mayank, would you like to share your definition of trust?
My definition is easy one: ability to be vulnerable with someone. And when I say to be vulnerable with someone, there should be something which is at stake from your end.
Sorry, we had over here a yellow alert from YouTube. So I'm like, you are the techie guy. Can you please look at that?
To maintain smooth streaming. Why our stream status is poor?
I don't know. Maybe
our frames are dropping. But is it better now?
I don't know.
We may have to check it on our stream. How is it going? So let me just check it quickly for our kind listeners.
So our internet, it's not trustful?
Yeah. So it looks like that some of the frames were dropped,
now
but
it's
audio,
excellent.
But audio is fine.
So it's fine.
Audio is fine.
Oh, it's good. We can trust again in our internet.
Yeah. So, I was talking about
your definition of trust,
which says ability to be vulnerable with someone, and the criteria to be vulnerable is that there should be something at stake. Like there should be some investment. That's my criteria.
And I think that investment, it's what creates trust.
Mm-hmm.
There's micro risks that are taken together that makes you trust and take risks with the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Pandavas, through their life all together, they kept taking micro risks together or macro risks together, and they built that trust in between them.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe they trust, they have a mutual confidence that if they hurt each other, they possess the dedication to come back together and heal.
Mm-hmm. So what's your definition?
So I started with a very simple definition that it's highly rooted with the etymology of the word.
Mm-hmm.
So trust, it's a Proto-Indo-European word that it originates from the root dru, D-E-R-U, which means to be solid, to be firm, to be steadfast. And every time that I think about trust, I think about someone that has my back. I think about someone that will not fire back at me if they don't agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day you asked me, would you trust your family? And I actively and without thinking answered no. And after I started thinking, but why? Like, I love them. But because many times my disagreeing with them was always received with negativity. So there are certain areas where I don't trust. Okay. I will not convey, just because in certain ideas there's an automatic negative reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So, and after it evolved, and I actually went to listen and read the concepts from Esther Perel that I love. And she talks about vulnerability, and she defines trust as a confident engagement with the unknown and an active engagement with the unpredictable, rather than seeking absolute certainty and hyper-vigilant control. True trust requires the individual to accept vulnerability, as you said, and risk. So I think there was the idea of, I trust you because I can control you. I trust you because there's full transparency. And I agree with this idea that I trust you because I don't need to be checking your mobile. I don't need to be certain of where you are, with whom to trust you. And that's trust. And it's, I jump with you, and if we fall, we fall. And if we get hurt, we get hurt, because I trust that we have the capacity of rebuilding that together.
Okay. And what about...
Oh, and sorry.
No, go ahead.
And just going back to the etymology. So there's many words that have exactly the same root as trust, like tree, true, to be truthful. So it's always that idea of being solid and truthful. So I think honesty comes into play.
Okay.
Not as factual truth, verifiable truth, but the capacity of being honest about what you are feeling or what's your internal reaction to something.
Okay. And if I ask you the question which you asked me yesterday, like what makes you trust someone? I have some answers, but I would like to hear first from
I
you.
think I'm a bit Draupadi in that. In the sense, I'm very intuitive about it.
Okay.
Some things I don't have a label to it. And the best example that I have is, I remember many years, probably 10 years ago, someone entered my class. That person was late. But the moment I saw her, I was like, there's something. And she became first a dedicated student, after a dear friend, and doesn't matter how often we talk, I trust her and she trusts me. So, and this is a type of trust. There's other, especially at work, normally trust I need to build. And going in this direction, different cultures, they trust in different ways. There's cultures that they trust based on the relationship. There's, even if the other person is extremely efficient, if there's no relationship, personal relationship, they don't fully trust. While there's cultures where if you are efficient, if you reply, if you do what it's needed, I trust you. That's it. So, and it's very, very interesting how different cultures trust. Like there's cultures where you send an email and they don't need an answer. They don't need an acknowledgement. They're like, they trust that the receiver it's doing what it's needed. Whereas there are other cultures that if you don't answer, they become restless because they don't know. if you are working in what it's necessary, you don't know if they understood your message, and you question.
Makes sense. Yeah, because I didn't think of trust, say, in professional settings, but I think I have some parameters. Like if someone asks me what makes you trust someone, my answers are like, do we have some shared values? And in my shared values, one of the values which I was discussing with you was also finances.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are shared grounds. I'm not saying values, but grounds. So finances, morals, ethics, or values, whatever we call it, and like there should be minimum common grounds. I'm not saying all should be same, but some minimum common grounds. I In my case, it's also expression. I find it difficult to be with someone who is not very expressive,
Mm-hmm.
who talks, like who hardly talks. So then you are not giving me enough reasons to trust you. Uh,
There's no feedback.
yeah, there's no feedback. And I also feel that,
But it doesn't happen to you that there's people with whom you don't speak often, but the moment you talk with them, like the trust is there.
no, I'm totally okay if we talk seldom, but at least when we talk, there should be quality talk.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, quality also includes quantity. Like if you don't talk enough, if I feel that I am the one dragging the discussion, because I've been with some people, and with them I just felt that the onus to drive things is all on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to get anything. Like I am the only
So
one asking questions.
you are, I think you are even talking about building a relationship, not even
Yeah.
trusting. It's building a relationship. And
Yeah.
if there's no reciprocity,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to build that base
Yeah.
to reach the point of trust.
Yeah. So like like for me it's like the recipe. If someone wants me to trust them, what
Mm-hmm.
are the things which I may be looking in them? So these are those things. And last which I said was like wrote was sense of security, respect, and dignity.
Yeah, the part of the dignity I thought about, I think it's parallel, that
Mm-hmm.
is recognition, in the sense that the other person sees me as I am.
Yeah.
That it's parallel to recognition and the sense of belonging.
Yeah. But when I was talking to you about that example of a friend who rebuked me
Yeah.
on a lunch table saying I don't want to talk to you, so that hurt a lot to me in terms of my self respect, that I don't want to be, I'm a grown adult, and if you don't want to talk to me, probably there's a polite way to convey it. And if you are telling me in front of everyone that you don't want to talk to me, I found it very disrespectful, and therefore I decided, okay, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I told you about the story that that person, she really wanted to be a friend of me. She kept on trying and trying and trying, and I don't think any other person may have made so many attempts, and she probably tried for a month or so, and then finally I gave in. But one reason there was, I also said, like, I thought we don't have enough common grounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was telling her, that we don't have enough common grounds. And somehow she changed. I'm not proud of this. I'm not saying
And
that people should change,
mm-hmm.
but probably she felt it that it's for better and she decided to evolve.
I don't think she changed for you.
No, I'm not saying for
Yeah.
me, but overall, I think she worked on herself because probably she recognized. So I think we were having some political argument or something. And I think then she recognized that, well, these things are not that important, that for these kinds of things I lose friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, like sometimes you become attached, so
To a
much attached
belief,
to a belief or ideas.
yeah, that your idea is more important than the ones around you.
Yeah. So, yes, but from that example, I felt that for me, trusting also includes a mutual respect.
Do you think trust only exists between between equals? So, and I'm saying this in reciprocity. So, in the sense of I can trust someone, but that someone might not trust me in those regards.
Yeah.
But mutual trust.
Like, I will feel, say, for example, kids trust their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm thinking more or less for the topic in terms of adults.
Yeah.
I get it. And
No, and
I value their trust. I'm not saying that their trust, I'm demeaning it. And I find it adorable. But I think it's not trust, it's more of faith.
yeah, and when I said this, I was thinking about Vyas and Dershis, and we will get there, okay?
Yeah.
But Vyas and Dershis and Draupad.
Yeah, I
Like
actually.
Draupad
Hmm.
kind of trusted or have faith in Vyas and in Dershis. But that's not it's only one way, it's not two ways.
Yeah, so I actually wrote it as something like trust in capabilities, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
The trust in professional settings.
Yeah.
Like when you know that someone has the capability to deliver, that, oh, I will give this task to them, I can trust them.
Yeah.
So I feel that's more associated with the capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw some instances, at least I can remember some
Yeah.
instances in the text. But yeah, I think we have some idea about the theme.
Yes, but we are always open, and please share your opinions about trust and how you perceive trust in your life, because for me that's the most important. When reading the text through a modern lens, it's more about what can we learn with the text and can inform our life and can help us to understand a little bit more what we are as humans in today's life.
And I think before we move on to Shravan, just want to let our kind listeners know that these 3 chapters were dense. There's a lot of story, lots of masala. So you will stay with us for quite some time today.
So I evoke your compassion.
Yeah.
Because the burden of doing the summary of these 3 chapters lie upon my shoulders. And as you know, I'm not good at this. So I try to write a summary and try to be concise.
Go ahead. You have my blessings. Go ahead.
All of them, please. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. So the Pandavas walked to Campilia. They stayed at a carpenter's home and again lived from alms. In the streets, they heard about about Draupadi's trust that Arjuna will come, the Matsya Yantra, and the test at Draupadi Swayamvra. We heard about all the mighty warriors that already arrived to Campilia, including the Kauravas, Duryodhan and Karn, the Yadavas, the Bhojas, Vrishnis, and Andhakas, including Krishna of Mathura, the Vishnu avatar. The day of the Swayamvra comes, and it's a unforgettable spectacle. They say that even the Devas come to watch. The Pandavas separately went to it under their Asht Bardali Brahman disguise. We learn more about the unearthly beauty of Draupadi when she enters the arena with her brother Drishtadyumna. It was scary because her beauty didn't belong to this world. Krishna and his mission to destroy the Kshatriya that Kali Yuga could come is presented to us. Meanwhile, the challenge begins with Yuyutsu, sent by Duryodhan to test the waters. He couldn't lift up the Kindura, let alone string it. What's relevant is Duryodhan's failure and how Draupadi touched his heart, and Karna's failure because his lack of self-trust was smartly triggered by Draupadi. Finally, Arjuna, disguised as a Brahman, brought down the fish, and Draupadi was very in the liking. Actually, she loved Arjuna, even not knowing that he was Arjuna. But the Kauravas felt humiliated, so they started a fight against Draupadi. But the Pandavas stood up and defended them. Never aiming to kill, only bringing them down. Finally, the Pandavas and Draupadi broke away from the crowd and went to the carpenter's home to break the news to their mother, Kunti. While arriving, Yudhishthira called cheerfully, "Mother, come and look at the alms we've brought today." Without looking, Kunti says, "In the name of God, all of you must share the alms you've brought equally among yourselves and enjoy it." Shuk come to the Pandava's face, and only then Kunti realized her. Only then Kunti raised her head and was captured by Draupadi's beauty. Yudhishthira mentioned that Arjun won the princess Draupadi, and with her heart full of joy, Draupadi touched Kunti's feet and calls her mother. Now a dilemma came because the current costume was that one man can have many women, but a woman normally couldn't be married to 5 men. But was visible that Kunti was found of that Draupadi was found of the 5 Pandavas, and the 5 Pandavas burned for Draupadi. So it was agreed that the words of the mother were the words of God, and if all agreed, let Draupadi bind us together, bind the Pandavas together. All were relieved and happy, including Draupadi and Kunti. Timely, Krishna and Balram arrives and tells them that Duryodhan might be suspicious and they should leave the town when all Kshatriya already left. Meanwhile, Draupadi is being consumed by anguish because he doesn't know who won Draupadi and sent Drishtadyumna to spy on them. Drishtadyumna, the brother, confirmed that they were the Pandavas and Draupadi was happy. However, Draupadi thought that this was too good to be true. Next day, he sent expensive gifts to the carpenter's house with a message to discuss the arrangements of Draupadi's wedding. It would be best if one of them, or Arjun, came to the palace. And torn between faith and anxiety, Draupadi waited in his palace. The Pandavas got to the palace. Draupadi understand and trust they are the Pandavas, but he does not like the idea of Draupadi marrying the 5 of them. But Vyasa saves the day, and Draupadi agrees with the marriage. And she was the happiest woman on earth. And to be honest, I think it was the longest wedding of all times. And gossip is the best newspaper, and the news of the marriage quickly reached Hastinapur.
Yeah,
Poof.
that was a loaded summary.
And
All good. Everything is under control. Yeah. So where would you like to start?
no, sorry, you start.
Okay.
I used half of my words. Okay.
Okay. So I'll go first. And we are heading into after Sankalpa Shravan. What's our next stage?
What?
What
Sorry.
is the next stage after Sankalpa Shravan and when we talk about the theme in the chapter?
That's Shravan.
That's Shravan? Okay, I'm all confused. Okay, let it be. So, the first
But
instance where we
wait.
find trust in the thing is, in the chapter is where we find that the
Oh no, it's Svadhyaya. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
Swadhyaya. That's what I'm asking for. And you're like, "Hmm." So, so the first instance I felt was very in the very beginning of the chapter where the carpenter gives them shelter and they also trust the carpenter. And as I was saying, that for trust, there should be some shared values. And one of the shared values, or what I believe here, is the appearance. The carpenter saw that they are five Brahmins. So he was,
And I think he was a little bit infatuated by the beauty of Kunti
no.
because it's said somewhere.
It just says a regal woman.
And what's a regal woman?
I think regal means royal.
I think it's a woman that it's nice to look at, but you can check.
Suitable for a king or queen. No.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. There's already masala in this whole thing. What do you want? Lel tadka dal. So that was one thing which I felt that there was a two-way trust in the very beginning in the chapter.
I want to start before that,
Okay.
and I ask for your point of view.
Mhm. What was before? I would like to know that because
before
this is the
it's-
second line I'm talking. But let's go.
Before is the walking to Campilia.
Mm-hmm.
So previously they were informed by Vyas
Mm-hmm.
that the dark times are behind them and they will find luck and they will find happiness in Campilia. So already their spirits are high and they are enthused with self-trust because they feel that whatever comes to them is good.
Yeah.
And that changes the way you do things, the way you approach things. And they approach Campilia with self-trust and trust in whatever will happen.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah, this is a good one. I didn't think of the previous chapter, honestly, but yeah, makes sense. Completely agreed.
And I saw it when I was reflecting a lot about Karan. And the only words that we hear from Draupadi is, I will not get married with a sutra.
Yeah. Well, just to give a context to our kind listeners, we are talking about what is described in this book. I know this is controversial in the sense that the original text has a different description of Draupadi Swayamvar, but we are going with the description of this book. And for the sake of completeness, I will also somewhere share that probably before the end somewhere that what exactly the original version, the authentic version talks about. But
No, but you can go ahead and share it now.
no.
Why
N-
leaving it
No,
for
we
later?
are leaving it for later because we didn't talk about what happens with
Okay.
each and every warrior during.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think we are moving little bit ahead in that direction. So
Sorry.
no, I'm just trying to follow chronological order. So carpenter covered and your self trust idea covered, and also there is trust on Vyas from Pandavas when they approached Kampilya. And yeah, go ahead.
No, I think overall what we see across Mahabharat and clearly in these 3 chapters is trusting in the rishis, trusting in the Brahmins, that they have a higher or broader knowledge, and they follow whatever they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you like to talk about any next instance? Or
Tell me in your chronologically
yeah,
organized.
I was like that there was some sort of trust from Drupad that Arjun can shoot the fish.
Not only that, that Arjun was alive.
Yeah, true.
I think it's easier to trust that he can shoot
If
the
he's alive. Yeah,
you know.
makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that I think was a big thing. That also I wrote this that the Pandavas, they decide to attend the Swayamvar, and that was a big gamble, and they trusted Vedvyas that they may not be recognized, because if they were recognized,
Did Vidvyas told them that they were not?
Vedvyas told them to attend the Swayamvar. Now, okay, you have changed how you look and everything, but still you can get recognized. And if they were recognized, whatever they were planning for gets all spoiled. So that was a big gamble which they took based on Vedvyas' advice that you should go and attend the Swayamvar.
I don't think it was. They went to the. Sorry, let me go back. Let me recollect my thoughts. I don't think Vyas said directly that they should go to the Swayamvara or sort of. But remember, the 5 of them were completely in love with Draupadi.
Yeah, but I think Vyas gave them enough to pursue it.
What
That's
Vyas
what I
said
remember.
was the way ahead leads straight to Campilia, and fortune awaits you there. All of you, I see darkness lifting away from your lives. Days of joy are around the corner of time.
Okay.
They trusted Vyas, therefore they trusted themselves. That's what I wrote.
No,
But he doesn't say directly to go to the.
Swayamvar.
Yeah.
It was Kunti's decision.
Yep, it was Kunti's decision because she saw how much how infatuated they were.
Okay. So then that was kind of a trust on Kunti.
And I think,
Or also
as you
some of
said,
the self trust.
and I agree in another way with you, trusting the words of Vyas. So in a way, Vyas allow them trust in their own decisions and their own callings. It's like whatever will happen, it will be good because Vyas said so.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, so that kind of faith is and trust is there. And that's also one thing which I feel the difference between faith and trust. I think you can have faith in something in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and if you start getting results, predictable results, then that faith turns to trust.
Yeah, I like your approach.
Mhm.
I've liked to go and look at, and I don't know what you have in between, but two things that I found interesting was the complete trust that Draupadi has in her intuition. It's never questioned. It's simply experienced.
Mhm. But I'm not a fan of it. Just
Why?
putting it out there. No.
Would you like to share your thoughts
Yeah,
about
like
it?
I'm not in that boat where you said, oh, you saw someone entering your class and you were like, ah, okay, this person has some energy which I like, so I'm
It's
going
not
to
about
trust them.
it's not about energy, and I think there's something that we all of us, there was after the first encounter, there was micro risks that we took together, meaning going for coffees, having conversations that slowly, so you can say that initially I had faith, and after we build up the trust.
Yeah, but I feel that for me it has nothing to do with instincts.
It's not instinct, it's intuition.
Yeah, it has. I don't feel so. For me, it's a calculated effort. Uh, if someone is my friend, they're not my friend because I
I
just
think there's room for both.
maybe, but I like to think it that way that I made calculated efforts and they made calculated efforts. It was something well thought of. That's how I
Would you like to share a little bit more and some examples about your approach?
like, for example, when we met,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we were acquaintance through Harry Potter meetup, and then we probably started trusting each other a little bit more through the future meetups, and then you invited me to your house. We met, I don't know, here and there, whatever. But it wasn't that I met you in the first uh, Harry Potter meetup and I I knew that okay, whatever I'm hearing in that session gives a reflection about us all. And through that I know that okay, these are fellow Potterheads, looks like these are good sound people. Probably I will have good friendships with them. But I wouldn't say that there was any kind of gut feeling from within me
You
that
never have gut feelings?
I may have it, but I don't act on them or like, or even if I acted on them, I would still like to believe that, it's all through because, like, think of this you had gut feelings with people and you tried approaching them and tried trusting them, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So, what it tells us about gut feeling? Nothing.
Okay, but you rarely followed your gut feeling. How you know that?
Yeah, I don't go by this thing that I'm a firm believer of this thing that you can always give two chances to people.
Mm-hmm.
You meet them first, it may hit, it may not hit, but still again go for it. If there's an opportunity, if there's a attempt from both the parties, if it doesn't work even in that time, then probably okay.
Because gut feeling, it's simply information that it's stored in a different way.
No, that I get. that there's a scientific basis to that, but I would still rather prefer to think with my brain.
It's still a
Yeah,
brain.
yeah, but
Okay, and we would love to know your opinion on this.
yeah,
Do you go with your gut feeling
like
or not?
in all essence, what I'm saying is that at least my attaining my trust is not easy. Similarly, I don't expect that I will attain someone else's trust easily.
Mhm.
I get it that it's a it's a way where you both have to both the parties need to invest.
So, and when someone, what it's required for someone to earn your trust?
Like one of the example, like you were saying, that if you promise something, you deliver.
Mhm.
For example, if someone tells that let's catch up, then you catch up. If you are missing, say if you are missing once, and like you told me kind of this rule yesterday, and it makes sense that if say you are the one who is canceling the plan, then you should be the one who is initiating
Yep.
or at least proposing. Show some effort from your side. It should, the other person should not feel that they are the only one making one way attempt. So, and here and there I've fallen out with people in terms of friendship or something, because either I was the only one who was making attempt, and
But
sometimes they were the only one who were making attempts.
I think that's not even trust.
Hmm.
That it's creating the base to trust. I know hundreds of people. I have some acquaintances and I have few friends,
Hmm.
but I trust them. I know that if I'm wherever I am, if I call and I say, I need your help, they'll be there for me. And for me, that's trust. So maybe my understanding of trust, it's different, it's higher
Hmm.
than yours.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
then
I don't know. I'm trying to understand.
then it shouldn't be actually based on gut feeling,
But
because then it needs much more
yeah,
reaffirmation.
but
Your
when
definition of trust is much stronger than my definition of trust.
but but I think there's different
Hmm.
levels of trust. Like
I was about to propose the same.
yeah, there's different levels of trust and
Mhm.
and there's different areas of trust. There's a few people with whom I would trust my life.
Mhm.
There's some people with whom I would trust to share my dark sides. And there's
They are
people
pretty
with
dark.
whom very, very dark. You know, the more light or potential light you have within you, the darker it's the darkest within the darkness within you. So and there's people with whom I would trust my time. And I think you are talking about trusting your time and your investment in building a relationship.
Mhm. True. But I'm also talking about the trust in a relationship which is already established. But trust is like, so yeah, I don't have good words,
I
but
think
apart from
trust
these
is
words.
an abstract concept.
No, I'm not saying it's a concrete concept or anything. It is abstract, but think of this. Trust is something which you
You can,
have to keep on building all the time.
yeah.
You
And
cannot, if it is broken once, it's broken.
I don't think trust can, I believe that trust can be rebuilt.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that it takes time to do it.
Hmm.
And it requires investment from both sides and requires change and it requires
But I have a question.
Mhm,
Say someone, you trusted someone. Mhm.
mhm,
Now you have absolute trust on them.
mhm.
They broke their trust.
Mhm.
Now they are rebuilding their trust. Will you be able to get the absolute trust back again? Or you now know that no, there's a possibility that the trust may get
I
broken?
think the trust changes.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being trust blindly,
Mm-hmm.
you trust with your eyes open. You trust with more awareness. And I think it's even a higher trust. And that's the complexity of relationships of couples is you know that that person has the power to break you, to hurt you in a way that you perceive as impossible to recover from.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's an informed trust. I think never can be the same because you can't unknown what you know.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
But I think it can be even stronger because it's informed.
Well, in all honesty, I think there is no fun in, informed trust. Trust is fun when it is blind. When you are super vulnerable, that's that is where you are gambling. That is where you have invested your innocence.
And I think
That's
Draupadi invested all her innocence
in whom?
in the five of them.
And then that way the five of them also invested their innocence in that one woman.
Yeah, the stakes in this scenario, they are a bit different
Why?
because she is the one that is judged. Because the position of a woman is completely different of position of a man in those circumstances.
No. I think the men can be judged harshly in this circumstance.
I don't think so. She's the one that it's depicted as a whore.
Yeah, but then for men, it's much worse. Your wife is being shared with other men,
And
men are
men,
men are
Joe,
completely
this is my
yeah.
food. Don't touch my food.
This is how men are. They think in
Tell me
terms of
more.
possessions.
Tell me more about the
Well, it
way.
is we all kind of have an agreement that evolutionary men think of things in terms of possessions. So for them, I think it's much more humiliating in the sense.
But they don't.
That's why I find this is such a healthy marriage. I'm all paradoxes. I'm so happy with this. My God.
Continue.
Why? Like, think of this: the level of understanding between these six individuals. They are getting into something which is kind of completely woo-woo in a society. That, oh my God, what are you doing?
But has the blessings of Shiva.
Well, those are just justifications. Like,
I know, but
yeah.
they were good arguments from Vyas
Yeah,
to
but
make
I,
Draupadi accept.
in
I
all-
don't care.
yeah,
It worked.
no, but in all honesty, I don't like those kinds of arguments. Why you have to bring authorities and God to justify something? You are people. You want to do something, do it.
But I don't think it's about you want to do something, do it.
Like, why you want scriptures to tell you that this is okay? Sorry, my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
So I always try to look at the text at the time. Okay? If you are telling me that nowadays, it's completely different. But in that context, it was necessary to have Draupadi as an ally. And therefore, and what I feel it's Vyas came to nudge things into a certain direction.
In all honesty, see what I perceive. They were six individuals. They were happy. They wanted to accomplish this. Now the storyteller has to write extra things to justify it. But for me, this is very Abrahamic. That because God allows this exception, so it's fine.
It's not even that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he came also to remind that it is a acceptable relationship, regardless of, and even nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
there's people that have relationships that are a trio,
Mm-hmm.
two wife and one husband.
Nice. Very
And
good. Go for it.
but that's frowned upon because we now live in a theoretically monogamic society.
Yes.
So I find important to read this text. And to be honest, I think Draupadi didn't need much convincing to be okay with the marriage.
Yeah, that's why I believe that if Vyas would have come and said, these are 6 consenting adults,
Yeah.
they are getting into something, what's your problem? Don't be a boomer. Let them be happy.
A boomer?
Boomer is a derogatory term to older people who are.
Oh, squares
What are squares?
in Portuguese.
Yeah,
We
but
call
like,
them
I
squares.
don't want to. I'm not trying to offend boomers. You're good. You're fine people. But the thing
Maybe
is,
we are the boomers. Have you thought?
I am very boomer. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the text.
I also would like to point out this that there was a two-way trust between Draupadi and Krishna.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Draupadi trusted Krishna
But you
as.
don't believe in those things.
That's the problem with people, you know. Like, who am I to. If they are going for this, that. What is it is called? First love at first sight, trust at first sight. If you want to do that, who am I to stop you? But it is part of the text. But I think even here, like it's like I think it's like that there's a rumor about certain person, like say Jesus. There was a rumor that this guy is a Messiah. Now you can either party Messiah or anti-party Messiah.
But there's something in that part of the text
Mm-hmm.
that she justifies the trusting him, the acknowledging him,
Hmm.
that it's about the way he look at people and his eyes.
Oh, that's so much evidence to trust someone. Eyes. Very, very nice.
I think it can be. It can be
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, yeah, your eyes
If
are.
I trusted you by your words, I would.
Oh,
The
yeah.
things that you say.
Horrible. Yeah. Then what else you felt? Okay, I'm just giving a very quick overview of
Mhm.
all the warriors who tried things. So Yuyutsu tried, he couldn't move the bow. Shishupal came, he picked the bow, fired 2 arrows, missed them by whisker, and then got completely drained and couldn't lift the bow again.
Mhm.
Jarasandh came and he shot 4 arrows and missed even with closer margins.
Mhm.
Uh, then Duryodhan came and he missed all 5 attempts narrowly.
Mhm.
Karna came and he was probably going to make it, and he was all confident. Even Draupadi knew, everyone knew that he's going to make it, and Draupadi whispered that how can that I will not marry a Suta, because she heard radio frequencies from Krishna that how can a princess like you marry a Sutputra, and because of this she broke his self
Self.
trust and confidence in his own abilities, and he missed all 5 arrows. And then Arjun came, and in in microsecond, nanosecond, he fired all 5 arrows and cut the fish neatly. So, and there was okay. So this is the description of all the warriors, and I just noted one line which said, "If Karma can't shoot this fish, no archer on earth can." It was kind of a trust on his capabilities from Kauravas
Mhm.
and even other kings and some people. What do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
So I think someone from Kauravs, they say if Karn can't shoot this fish, no archer on earth can.
Mhm.
So this was trust on Karn's ability.
And trust on what they knew.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought they knew everything.
True. Yeah, that's trust on your own knowledge.
Yeah. And that's something that I see in these 3 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
That is the ability to question. So to question your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You have a blind trust in what you know, and instead of being open to other possibilities, you simply reject. And that's the behavior of of Duryodhana. Is if Karn can't do it, this is what's wrong. It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
Swayamvar.
yeah, that the problem, it's the Swayamvara. It's not us.
Yeah.
And that incapability of widening their understanding and changing their view.
Mm-hmm. But if I have a question on this, and probably I'm digressing. Do you think is there any belief which you would say that? So, like you said, there are possibilities beyond your beliefs or beyond your knowledge.
Mhm.
Can there be something for which you can be certain?
Gravity.
You are certain, like
Well, on Earth, I'm
say,
certain of what's
if I
gravity.
say absence of unicorns, I'm not saying presence. I'm asking for absence.
Well, I don't know.
But that's the problem, you know.
Mm.
I feel like then you cannot ever say that something is absent, because then I can make up anything and everything.
Yeah, but I can say what it's present. And I think what you are coming from is my position. It's always you are innocent until it's proven the contrary. And that's it.
Okay. I think we differ on this.
Hey,
But it's fine.
That's
It's
great.
totally fine. Totally fine. So I would just quickly now share what exactly happened as per the official version. No,
This is not official.
no. This was the one which we.
This is not canon.
No, this is. This has things which from some local versions mix and match. The official version says no warrior was able to lift the bow, not even Karn.
Mhm.
And so Arjun was the only one. He just missed to tie the string by a whisker, Karn. He was able to pick it up but couldn't tie it up. Arjun was the only one who could tie and then shoot the 5 arrows.
Mhm.
So I just feel that here it was little bit more build up that Shishupal did 2, Jayadrat did 4, Duryodhan
I
did
think
5.
it was a way of presenting as the characters.
Yeah, I get it.
And maybe it was trying to make it different from the Ramayana.
Also, there is no Draupadi didn't comment anything on Karn's being Sutputra.
Yeah,
I think that was probably important. All these masala could have been there. I don't mind, but establishing that Draupadi instigated something wasn't the case. Yeah, so that's the official version, and now you can share.
I don't have much more to share.
Really? Because I felt here there was a lot of things.
No.
Like, think of this. What would you say about anyone may try, be it Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or even a Shudra? Drishtadyumna said it. And you know what happened? I wrote two interpretations, that
Hmm.
there can be two interpretations of this line. And when I read the next line, I was like, okay, this aligns with the interpretation too. Because I was thinking they may not explain why he said this, but in the
No,
very next line they
he
explained
said
it.
that because they didn't know how Arjun would be disguised.
Yeah. Because I wrote as like there can be two interpretations. The good one is that there is no caste barriers. Anyone who is
Oh no.
meritorious can go for it. But and then I wrote the interpretation too, as a devil's advocate, that they didn't know how Pandavas may be living, so it makes sense to stay flexible. And the very next line confirmed that it's only about interpretation too. It has nothing to do with interpretation. But
Okay. And where did you find trust there?
I wasn't talking about trust.
Oh,
It was like some of the um num nums here and there.
num nums.
uh, what do you have to say about all this showbiz and humility, that Arjun went, did a circling of the bow, bowed to the bow, then picked up the bow? Why we have to do it in Indian culture?
I think there's always, and maybe I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
especially because I'm not Indian, let alone Hindu. But I think it's the acknowledgement of something that comes from that it's purer than you. So we know that what's the name?
The
The
bow,
Kindura.
Kindura.
The Kindura was forged in the Devaluka,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from other times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's almost like paying reverence to the elder people. That's my understanding. And, comparing, like whenever I enter a church, doesn't matter how Catholic I am, I pay my reverence to that space.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if I see something that reminds me, or I feel that I should show my respect, internally I do it.
But if you have two employees, one who opens the laptop by doing this, Jai Ho Prabhu, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
then does nothing. But the other one opens laptop or keeps his feet on the laptop but delivers everything whatever you want. Which employee would you prefer?
I just don't understand the relationship between.
What I'm saying is that, say, if you have the capability, then why you need to be humble and you have to show humility? I get it; those are bonuses, but why?
Sorry, can you give me a little bit more context and
Like,
help me to understand that? What, because I can't find the relationship with what Arjuna did.
Arjun did a complete ritual before approaching the
Mm.
bow and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like I wrote it like this is a showbiz of humility. But why you have to do the showbiz of humility?
But I think you don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He, and I don't see it as a showbiz of humility.
Okay. How
I
you perceive it?
I've perceived it as a gesture of respect. I even didn't see it as humility.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
And I don't think he did that to perform better. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing related with its performance.
Mm-hmm.
But every day before I practice yoga and before I teach a class, the first thing that I do is to make a salutation to Shiva. Not because it will help me to deliver a better practice or deliver a better class, but because for me he represents the first yogi, and I want to pay my respects to that idea. That's it.
But I still don't get it. Why you?
Because we are animals of rituals, and ritual
So
is
it's just a
important for us.
ritual. It has. So apart from ritual, it has no
But
significance.
ritual itself has a significance.
Say if a student of yours just does the ritual, but knows no meaning of the ritual, or knows no, uh, doesn't even know who Shiva is, but because say he saw that you do Om Namah Shivaya, so they are just following that.
That makes me think about many things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tale, and I don't know where this tale comes from, but the tale goes like this. And I don't know if it's related, because it's about the format, not the intention. Okay, let me change. For instance, and this is Harry Potter. When kids go for the first time to Hogwarts, they go through the lake, and they have to bow. They have to punch down to go under a bridge. So even if it's not intentional, the movement, your body doing that, it informs a certain psychological state. It's the same, and you hear a lot about, oh, do the Superman pose. It's not there's no text to it, but doing that position makes you feel different.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, so even if you don't put your mind clearly in what you are doing, it will transform you, wanting or not. And you have the story from Hindu tradition that I for sure I will make mistakes, but it's someone that it's a terrible assassin, and someone tells him, repeat Rama.
Mara.
And after he said, no, I will not do it. So they say, okay, repeat Mara. But by repeating, it sounds Ram, and therefore he's forgiven or whatsoever. So I'm not saying that they are equal. Doing something with intention and doing something without intention. And for sure doing, a ritual, just lighting up candles without any meaning, I don't know. But for sure, there's things that we do with our body that change the way we think and the way we feel.
That makes sense.
Sorry, this took long.
No, but that makes sense. I am on board with you on this one.
Okay, 10-1.
That makes sense. Do you want to talk about share the alms you have brought?
Okay, let's go. And after we wrapped up, because we are here for more than 1 hour.
Yeah. So I was thinking to talk about share the alms you have brought and just the wedding. Well,
Okay.
the wedding was just 5 days of wedding. Each day one guy was
5 days of weddings and sex.
yeah, nice. Well, the okay, probably we can talk about wedding quickly.
Okay.
because it's less. Well, everything is controversial, but the wedding, in this text they say she asked for husband. Oh, I want a husband, I want a husband, the only thing I want is a husband. So she asked 5 times for a husband, and Shiva was like, yeah, here you go, 5 husbands. While in the series she asks for a husband who is truthful, who is very strong, who's a great archer, who's the most handsome person, and who's the most patient one. And Shiva says, okay, you have asked for something which can't be all in one guy, so you will get 5 guys. So, at least through series, I think they try to portray that Draupadi kind of tried to be over smart in that previous birth. Like, it's like you pay once, but you want 5 items. And Shiva was like, okay, if you want this, this is how you will get it. And in this one, she was like, I want a husband, nothing, I want nothing but a husband, 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 husband. So Shiva was like, okay, here you go. Which story you liked more? Just from the storytelling perspective.
From the storytelling perspective, I like more the series version.
Yeah, same here.
Why? Because it shows how difficult it is to achieve a concept of perfection that only exists in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. And it makes, it's very, for me, it's very shallow. Oh, you said 5 times husband, therefore you have 5 husbands. She
Yeah.
only asks once and she shows it in different ways. So I found that.
Yeah,
But maybe
Shiva
that-
is innocent, not dumb.
yeah. I don't know. I liked more, and maybe what we have in the text is actually what it's in the canon. I don't know. But I also like that other mention that the 5 Pandavas, they were the 5
Indras.
Indras that Shiva punished because of their arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What was the punishment? That you will become a human?
yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Becoming a human, it's always a punishment.
Yes, life is suffering. Taxes, they hurt. Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, I find the series version at least more rich. In another way, it's like the power of the word, and we know that in certain traditions and there's the profound value given to the word and to the vibration of each word, and you should say only what it's truthful, only what it's beneficial, only what it's necessary. And especially if you are talking with a deva, he's not dumb, as you said, so say it once. And this is just thought process while I'm talking.
Okay, but yeah, like I'm like, if you are putting so much masala, why are you just going for something so stupid here?
I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's stupid. Maybe we are
I'm
just
calling you
looking-
out, Ramesh Menon. I'm calling you out.
Maybe we are just reading it at the surface.
Yeah, better to stay on surface. Never go in depth.
No, there will be sharks.
Yeah, surface is nice.
Okay, let's move on to the.
The last part. Share your arms.
It's not the last of the text.
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. Like I think. Do you want to discuss anything else?
No,
in the text?
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah. So share the arms. What is your opinion? How it felt to you to Draupadi being called Alms by
I did.
Dharmaraj Yudhishthir?
I avoided to reflect on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And okay, in series, so Yudhishthir, Nakul, Sahadev, they come back earlier. Bhim and Arjun come later. It was Arjun's idea that what if we suggest that we have brought this. And I think Bhim says, will you call Panchali Alms? And Arjun says, but what's the harm in making a joke? What do you say, Panchali? And she says, whatever you find appropriate. So it was only Arjun and Bhim. And here in this book, it was Yudhishthir who said that, oh, we have brought the alms. And my counter to what Kunti said, before there was no equal partition going on, half was
now
going to
half was
Bhim, and this time divide equally among yourselves. What?
and enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoyment is very important. So I'm like, what is, how did you like this whole idea of women being equated to alms? And then
What's a alm?
alm is when you are like begging for food,
Mhm.
and whatever you get as food, being a Brahmin,
And
you live on that.
they give another word to alms. Bri.
Bhiksha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What's
bhiksha.
what's
Bhiksha now in current terms, bhiksha is simply begging.
okay? But if we try to go to this, try to understand these times, what briksha means.
Bhiksha was kind of, see, you were Brahmins, okay? So the only duty for you in society was to educate the society. And you were not getting paid for those kinds of things. So you are living off whatever society shares with you. And in one of the, even Kunti says that whatever we have brought, we will put one part to the god, and if any Brahmin arrives, we will put it to them. So think of this, every household in the morning is putting some portion for Brahmins arriving, and they give them to the Brahmins.
So I can understand or I can try and make the effort because I don't want to go again and do my normal ranting
Yeah.
about how women are perceived.
Yeah. Now we now know that how women are perceived.
Okay, so I'm trying to twist my vision and make a pretzel of my mind and try to understand this from another point of view. And I'm trying to make the exercise of alms are essential for the existence of Brahmins. Without alms, they don't exist.
Yes, true.
So, Mom, look at this essential being that we brought home.
Like a cow.
Oh, you are breaking
Like you tie a rope in the neck of that cow, you bring her. Chalo, आओ,
it's not
आजा.
it's not in that way that I'm speaking.
I'm just being a devil's advocate. Like if Draupadi had no issue being called alms, who am I? Well, like why
Yeah.
I am no feminist advocate going to do her advocacy.
But you know, in a way, and I'm trying to go to look at this in different ways. We understand that basically Draupadi is behind the crucial decisions happening in Mahabharat and in Pandava's lives. So she is the essential piece of this puzzle to make things happen and to the unfolding of the master plan of Krishna. And for me, Krishna at this moment, I'm so sorry for saying this, but Krishna for me at this moment, it's like,
Jesus Christ Superstar?
no,
Okay,
guess,
I don't know.
like Dumbledore.
Makes sense.
He's playing the chess And, you know,
He doesn't care.
well, his mission is to end one era and start a lesser era.
Yeah.
That's it.
He is the actual Shiva. He's going for destruction.
Well, you always need to destroy something in order to build something new, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
we should go forward towards Naman.
Okay, so chalo, please.
I have no clue. Like, there are so many characters. Probably the only impressive one for me was like who was outstanding was Arjun. But for what am I namaning
I
him?
thought you would Naman.
Drishtadyumna,
No,
Draupadi.
no, the carpenter.
Ah, unnamed characters.
Yeah, you've done that before. That's why.
It's okay. Like now they are too frequent. Everyone is giving them shelter, so it's no longer special. That Brahmin, he worked. He did much more than this carpenter. This carpenter just gave shelter. But yeah, like I'm quite unsure whom to bless in these 3 chapters. They were full of a lot of juice, but no character to me stands out. Yes, Arjun is impressive, but for like, yeah, we all know that he's an impressive archer. For that, what Naman he should get. Maybe like he was, I could give him this credit that he did all the work and he was ready to share the fruits of that work with all his brothers equally, without jealousy, without any issues. So, but then again, like it wasn't as if Draupadi is some, well, later she's,
Let's
later
not go there.
later she's treated as a property here, but like she was also totally fine with, she like it was, yeah. So probably this is my Naman, the cumulative 6 people. They got into a marriage which they knew will be difficult. Marriage between 2 people is nightmare.
Thank you.
Adding more people,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. You took me there.
I took you to the nightmare.
No, you took me to this conclusion of
Okay.
namaning those 6 people. So marriage between 2 people is nightmare. Between 3 people, it's like the 3 body problem from physics, which has not been solved. 6 people, like
They excel. They should write
A book.
a book about communication and about clear honesty in a 6-some marriage.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it is impressive. It is genuinely impressive. It also, I'm very happy to see that it gives this idea that if consenting adults are okay with something, let them do that. Don't be a Chaudhary, or don't be a, like, don't be that guy who's going to come and police you and tell you that, oh, this is unethical, or this is against scriptures, or this is against. Just let people live their lives. So that's why Pandavas plus Draupadi is my Naman.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
that. Okay, I think I will Naman.
Kunti,
Why?
for dividing. No, just teasing you. Go ahead.
No, but I think I'm in two sides. So I think Draupad, regardless if he had convincing or not, he changed his mind and he supported his daughter and the 5 husbands. And he did a gigantic, luxurious, beautiful wedding, and he invited half of the world to celebrate that union.
Yeah, and he gave a lot of dowry, so kudos for that. Yeah.
And I think this is an example of, all generations supporting change.
Mm.
So my respect goes to Draupadi.
I like it. Like, he was open enough to accept 5 husbands for his daughter, but then he was also closed enough to give 5 times the dowry.
Yeah.
Amazing. Uh, yeah.
But regardless of the reasons why Draupadi actually, he just wanted Draupadi to be married with Arjun.
Arjun, yeah.
So I think it is a good example.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good example in the sense that parents should let their kids live their own lives.
Yeah. And support them.
Yeah, all the parents, I'm talking to you, I'm looking into your eyes. Let your kids live their life. Thank you.
Okay. And with this, we are wrapping up. We would love to hear from you, to know your concept of trust, to understand if you side with him, that everything is measurable in a relationship and you build trust in what
Yeah, like, you build trust over time.
and you don't initiate this potential trust in the initial fight that you have in the other
Yeah,
person,
like gut
or you
feeling.
go with me and with your gut feeling, and you use all the information that you receive, not only the tangible and measurable. And who would you like to naman in these 3 dense, beautiful chapters? And that's it. Thank you so much for listening to us, for watching us. We send you a big hug, a big namaste, and see you next time.
See you next time. Namaste, everyone. Bye.